Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com, doing a trading strategy recap for the 8th of June, Monday. And today was a pretty good day in the markets. Today we had 8 points out of 2 trades. And you can see the market was pretty ugly. It was choppy to lower the entire morning. The afternoon went a little bit lower, but we don't really concern ourselves with that. I get a lot of questions, why do I only trade in the mornings? Why do I find the mornings better? Statistically, they are. For the trading that I do, and my trading, I don't really have a name for it. It would be price action trading, but not price action trading the way that a lot of people view price action. I've seen so much crap out there, price action, let's wait till we see an outside bar, and then like this for example, let's wait till we see an outside bar, and once it takes it out, we'll go ahead and short here, but your stop would have to be way up here, and our target is going to be 1 times what we're looking at, 1 times the body of this. It's just very complicated, like the stuff that's out there. What I look for, context in the markets, what's happening, and then I look for setups. What is a high probability setup that I can take? A setup that, 8 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to make money on. That's what I'm looking for. Does that mean that I have 80 to 90% success rate every single day, every single week? No, it does not mean that at all. But it does mean that it allows me to have a pretty consistently high success rate, which means 60 to 80%. Sometimes I drop down to 40%, but for the most part, I'm between that 60 and 80%. And that's where I want to be. That's the sweet spot. I see a lot of people talk about, you can't be consistently above 70%. You can't be, certain thing. And saying that anything is 100% in this world just seems pretty asinine. It doesn't make sense. We can't say anything is 100%. There are a couple things you could say, like, if you're an engineer and you're working on something, between this measurement and this measurement, once you get outside of that, the machine will break down sooner rather than later. Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty much 100%, because you're not even given a time frame. You're just saying it'll break down faster when it's outside of those parameters than if they're inside those parameters. You could say something like that. But it is a bit subjective. And I don't think you could do anything and call it 100%. Can you have a 90% success rate every single week inside of a 5-year period? I highly doubt it. I would actually bet against that. If somebody told me they could do it, I would bet against it, and I would bet heavy. But anyway, let's we were talking about afternoons. I quit trading, day trading afternoons around January 2011. It was actually January 2011. And I didn't know at the time, but from that January 1st, 2011, or whatever the first trading day was of January 2011, from that moment on, I traded afternoons about 1 to 2% of the time. From 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and this year of 2015. I didn't really know that I was going to start doing that, but I knew that I wanted to only focus on trading the mornings. Because with the website, A Business with Trading, I knew that with new students, I wanted to teach them the best habits to get into with the market. What's the best thing to do? Should you sit at your computer and trade for 8 hours a day, try to day trade the markets? No, that does not make sense. Most professionals won't do that. If they day trade all day long, they're constantly getting up, taking breaks. They're going to take a 2-hour lunch. Because it's something that you don't. Your body starts to hate after a time. Your mind starts to wonder. The human brain can only focus with the intensity that it takes to focus for day trading for a certain amount of time. Anywhere over that, and you're just asking for trouble. Okay, so a little rant there. Let's get into what we actually did today to get our 8 points. Our first trade was a long right here, and we took profits up here. Price came up, started coming down, and we got out. Price came down, and we watched things, and we got long, and we ended up taking profit up here. And then price rolled over, and we watched it, and didn't really see anything that I wanted to jump in on. It's just one of those things. And we talked about price, and I talked about a trade, and let's come out here, and price rolled over, and it hit the level I was talking about, and it actually came a little bit below it. And that's usually how we do things. I don't look for top tick, bottom tick. I say I'm going to jump in because this is highly probable entry, and I'm gonna take profit at this area. Or if price hits this, my stop's moving up here. It's one of those two things, and that's what I look for. We don't take everything out of the market. Like today, let's see, the low was 3/4, 83/4, and the high was 92. So that's 8 3/4 points. Actually, no, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, about 8 3/4 point range, something like that. And we pulled 8 points out. Not too bad. The maximum profit potential of our trades, 5 3/4 points. If you haven't seen my videos, if you're not sure what that means, maximum profit potential takes our entry to how far price goes to when price rolls over and hits our entry. So price would be our entry to the high minus a tick, because it has to trade through price by a tick to get filled, and then it rolls over. So that would be basically the maximum profit potential on that move. On this move, this is as high as it got. Then we subtract a tick. That's how we measure that. And it developed from a game that I used to play when I was younger. I was really big into basketball. When I was 5 years old, I convinced my I'm not sure the title. I convinced my doctor that I was going to be an NBA basketball player. I think I might have been a little bit younger than that. Maybe I was 3 or 4. That makes a little bit more sense, I think. But anyway, I was somewhere 5 or younger. And I convinced him that I was going to be an NBA basketball player. No idea how I did that. So, he tells my mom, does he have a basketball goal? Because if he doesn't, I want to get him one. And my mom tells me this story. It's so funny. I was so young, I don't even remember. But it's just one of those things. But I loved basketball. And I would play, hours and hours a day. My parents had to tell me to come in so I could go to bed. I was always outside playing basketball. Well, I started playing this game where if I miss and it's a solo game, if I miss a shot, the opponent gets 2 points, and if I make a shot, I get 1 point. And it was all like field goals, 3-point shots, shots that actually matter. If you sit there and shoot layups all day, that doesn't really count. And that's how I would play. And it really, really was frustrating at first, because I wasn't that great of a shot. But it made me develop my shot. Because I'm a very competitive person. And I love the game. And that's where maximum profit potential comes in. Because are you going to be able to beat it consistently? Usually it's something that's really difficult. But it's something that you look at afterwards. Whereas in the basketball game, I knew if I was ahead or not. But maximum profit potential, it's something that I calculate after the trading day is over with. So after 12 o'clock, I get done. I close the trading room. I'm done day trading. If I'm not done day trading, I don't calculate it. I don't record the video until after I'm done. Today was one of those days I did not trade the afternoon. I didn't really care what happened. So I'm good. I record the maximum profit potential and what we did, and I'm okay. But if maximum profit potential was, say, 5 3/4 points, and we lost 4 points, there's a big problem. There's something I can really learn from. If the maximum profit potential was 10 3/4 points and we made 2 points, I could learn from that as well. And it's something it's just a constant learning process, and that's what trading is. Trading is a constant learning process. You'll never be the best trader in the world, but you can become one of the best traders in the world. And that's what I strive to be. I want to be one of the best. I don't really care if anybody knows it or not, because it doesn't matter. But I want to be one of the best. And where I see a lot of new traders going is they want to be one of the best, but they want to be known as one of the best. And you really have to think of what is most important in trading. One of the things that is different between being a professional trader and being a professional athlete is the majority of the professional athletes are known worldwide. But professional traders, most of them are not known. And it's something you kind of have to grasp. What do you want to accomplish with your trading? Obviously you're not going after endorsement deals and trying to make advertisements and stuff like that. So why does that really matter? Because professional athletes, they're going after endorsement deals. They want to be known so that way they can make more money on that side. So anyway, hopefully it made sense what we talked about today. We didn't make any trades in our future swing group or our options groups, and nothing really to talk about there. And but hopefully what we talked about made some sense. You got something out of it. If you want to add to it, comment section below. Or if you just have other questions, related or unrelated, doesn't really matter. Comment section below. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.